So I really think one of the crazy things that's happening right now is we're stuck in our house for so long, so we go out back, we're out front, we're in the house, and all we're doing is looking around and going, that needs to be painted, oh my gosh, that needs to be painted. Wow, we haven't gotten to that project in a really long time because no one wants to use a traditional paintbrush. Well, if you've got all those projects, or like me, we're getting ready to sell our home, and so every bit of repainting we can do on our house, both inside and out, means more money in my pocket, then you want to do it with ease, and we've got the perfect way to do this. Also, I am an avid crafter. I'm an avid DIY girl, and I literally wrote down a list of everything I have hand painted recently, and boy, this would have been the answer for those projects I just finished. So what are we talking about? It is our best foot forward today. You have one day to take advantage of an awesome deal. It's from Wagner. It is a very powerful system that's going to allow you to paint almost anything, anywhere, and also to stain if you want to. We've got a lot to get into. I'm going to show you our bundle real quick because it's excellent. First off, you're getting the unit itself, which is beautiful. You can see it's heavy duty. It's very ergonomic, so it's easy to use. And this, of course, is the sprayer, the turbine system. On top of that, you are getting the spray nozzle with the cup that comes below it. Then here's what's really cool. We are including a detail nozzle, plus you get the cup to go with it. You're getting 5 of the liners up front. You get $20 off going to buy yourself a can of paint, which is worth it for sure, or a stain if you want to. All of that totally exclusive. Now, I love a good deal. I'm just like you. I'm a DIY. I'll see something at a yard sale or in the trash and I'll say, I think I can repaint it. It'll look fabulous, right? We all love a good value, and that's what we put together for this specifically. So here we go. We're going to show you right now. Here's the value. If you just bought the sprayer itself, which is phenomenal, it's $149. We're at $99. I mean, come on, that's 50 bucks right there, right? Okay, then add that detail finish spray nozzle with the cup. That's another $40, and the liners are about $6. We're at $194.54. Now, if you've got all those projects and you're like, oh my gosh, I always want to get a sprayer, because you don't have to rent it, you buy it once, you use it for a long, long time, right? Get this today, and here's why. We are now just coming up at 5 o'clock on the East Coast. So those of you Midwest and West Coast, it's a lot earlier. Look how many we've sold. We're gonna put it up right now. My producer's all over it. We've sold 7,500. Now, what's the problem with that number? It's what I don't have remaining. I only have a little over 4,000, and I will guarantee you between this hour and next hour, we're gonna go through the vast majority of those. That's how popular this has been today, because we all got the projects, and now we've got the easy way to take care of it. All right, so I'm very excited because one of my favorite guests in the whole wide world, and he's got a DIY crafty wife too. Her name's Kelly. She loves this as well. Lou Caputo joins us live. Hi, Lou, welcome back.
Thank you, great to be back. Yeah, Kelly's actually directing today and working my cameras, and then she's gonna come out here and paint all this. So she's doing everything. She's doing everything.
And she'll do it with ease. That's the good part about this.
With ease, and that's the thing about this. Once, I don't care what your level of experience is, you're gonna absolutely love this. Right off the bat, I'm gonna paint this door very quickly, and you never hear that phrase because there is no way to paint a door quickly unless you've got your Wagner Flexio 2100. So I'm gonna turn it on, and Suzanne, watch how fast I can do all the detail work on this, everything, with my Flexio. It's very, very easy to do. Look at this, we're going down here. There we go. Oh yeah, putting that nice base coat on there, very, very simple to do. And the nice thing about this is you can do the whole door in one pass. You don't have to go over it several times. One pass is all you need to get the whole thing done. Oh, I missed a spot there. Comes out nice and even, nice and smooth. And in just a couple seconds, I got the whole thing, one little piece over here I missed, and we're done. And look at that, it's easy to do, it's fast, Suzanne, and because we're using air, this is all gonna dry a lot faster than the wood if I'd done it with a brush and a roller.
Yeah, and you know what, Bill, I love it too, because it's not sloppy, it's not runny, and if you notice, Lou, on your door, there's a lot of little stuff, and if you had to hand paint all of that, oh my gosh, it would be a streaky, hot mess. You'd be in there trying to fix that part, and then the next part would look bad because there's too many layers. This ends all of that. And I'll tell you what's interesting, a lot of people will rent, or have you borrowed a sprayer from somebody else, and they're like looking at you like, oh, really? Now finally get your own. This is incredible to get a powerful unit like the Wagner and get it at under $100 with a massive package of extra goodies, and you cannot find this deal anywhere else. And you'll be thrilled. From that first project that you knock out, or that, how many of you have a project? I have a friend, a neighbor who said, we've got a list of things we've been trying to do for 20 years. And the reason I think we don't do that list is because it's arduous, it's hard, or it's complicated. Once you get a sprayer and you start finishing those projects, you can't wait to do the next item because it makes your life completely easy and it's fast. Now, Lou, a lot of people have questions about this too, because a lot of times they see a sprayer and they say, oh my goodness, talk about the cleanup, because that really impressed me. And I know I'm going a little forward, backward, but a lot of people think, oh, if I get a sprayer, I'm gonna get all gunked up and then it's gonna be hard to clean. So let's dispel that right now.
Okay, so here's what I tell people about the cleanup. It breaks down to 5 pieces. You can clean it in 5 minutes. That's all.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you never clean the turbine. The turbine never actually comes into contact with the paint. So you don't have to worry about the whole back end on this, the part that weighs about 3.5 pounds. It's just the detail cup and nozzle and the iSpray nozzle that you would clean. And again, break down to 5 pieces, you put it under hot soapy water, and you're done. You know, you let them dry out, you're ready to move on to the next thing, Suzanne. So as opposed to trying to clean a roller and a brush, this is a breeze.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and it's
absolutely
so much
simple.
faster. Hey, Lou, I gotta give a quick update. If you guys want an extra detail nozzle, remember you're getting a detail nozzle with the cup, that's included. If you want a second one, say you're gonna do a project that has 2 colors and you don't wanna have to clean it all and reset it all. We have it available, but unfortunately I'm down to about 70 of these. So if you want the extra of this one, we've got it, but only 70 now remaining. Lou just wanted to give a heads up on that. Now, Lou, also talk about the paints, because sometimes when you buy a sprayer, you can only use water-based, or you can only use that, and you wouldn't dare ever use like a lacquer. Explain what all we can use inside here.
Well, see, that's one of the things that is different about the Flexio 2100 is that you can use, yes, latex paints. Yes, you can water-based paints. You can do stains. You can do lacquers. You can even do chalk paint in this. And the cool part is if you're using the larger paint cup, the one we call the iSpray with the bigger nozzle, you don't even have to dilute it. You can put it in there at full strength. Now, not only that, Suzanne, but you have more control over the actual spray coming out of this than you do with any other type on the market. And what I mean by that is, if you look at the top of this unit right here, okay, you've got a 2-speed turbine on this, and I in no time am I using this on the higher speed. And the reason being, that's for painting outside of the house. I'm gonna tell you right now, it puts out a lot of paint and it'll throw it a good distance, but I don't need that for the jobs we're doing right here. This ring right here, if I click this back and forth, I can adjust the flow of the paint, the amount of paint that's coming out of here. So if I want a little bit or I want a lot, I can just adjust it by turning that ring. Well, on the front here, we've got this little dial that I can turn from side to side. That's adjusting the stream that's coming out of here. I can go from a wide stream down to a very narrow stream. And then on the front of this, you can actually adjust the nozzle on the front. Right now it's set up to spray horizontally because you can see these 2 wings on here are horizontal, or I can set it up to spray vertically up and down. So you can have a lot of control, and then everything is controlled by the trigger right here. When I pull that trigger, it starts spraying, but it depends on how hard I pull it. The more pressure I put on it, the more paint that's gonna come out. So very customizable. But you know what? I wanna paint something else right now, Suzanne, that I think a lot of people, they're sitting in their backyards, they're looking around, they're going like, you know what? That outdoor furniture is starting to look a little dingy, a little long in the tooth. So we're gonna upcycle it. We're gonna make it look good. We're not gonna throw it away. Although a wicker chair, a lot of people out there would rather throw them away than paint them because it's such a nightmare. I want you to see how fast I can do this. You ready? Watch this. It's very, very easy to do with your Wagner Flexio. So we turn it on, and right away you're gonna see that the paint is actually getting into all the voids on this. Because you know, wicker, there's just nothing but holes, all right? It's all woven together. But with my Wagner Flexio 2100, I want you to see how quickly I can paint this whole chair top to bottom, and I'm gonna do 1 pass on it. And that's the thing about this. You're getting 1 coat coverage. So you don't have to go back over and over again and look for mistakes and things that you missed or voids that you might have missed. The Wagner doesn't miss anything. It gets it all on the first pass. Now I'm gonna do this side over here. And you can see how easily it does that. I mean, it really finds all the holes in this. It's got the power to get that paint into all those nooks and crannies. And just like that, I'm gonna say we're done. Wicker.
That's awesome. Yeah, which is such a nightmare. Here's the thing. Look around your house. Is there one thing like that wicker chair you guys are thinking about throwing out? If you save it, you've already paid for it. Because maybe you're thinking about getting new furniture for out back or for the front porch. And why would you do that if all it really needed was a fresh coat of paint? And I will tell you, a fresh coat of paint hides lots of stuff. I love how easy it is, Lou. I'm gonna paint something here. All you do is turn it on. And I love this. You're gonna hit the trigger and then go to town. And Lou, I love what you said. It just takes so little time and you'll so quickly get your projects done. I'm actually pretty dressed up in a Marla Wynn outfit and my Diane Gilman jeans. And look at this. This is an Adirondack chair. Now, if you gave me a paintbrush and a can of paint, first off, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's gonna take forever. But literally, in a couple of seconds, I'm gonna basically, and I know, come on, I'm live, you know how this works, guys, but basically, except for a couple places I'm missing, I don't know, what, Lou, I got about basically 75% of the chair done. I mean, I could go a little slower and be more technical, but hey, we're in a studio. But how amazing is that? That chair that needed that lift, that needed to look better, I just don't have the money to buy all new furniture for outside or for the front porch. You can literally cover it with paint and do it quickly. And Lou, for me, I'm all about, if I'm gonna spend my money, will it help me save money? And I know around my house, I have literally recently painted 5 things, because I won't throw it out, but they needed to be a new color to match my decor. And this would have come in so handy because I did it by hand and the wood I was painting ate up the paint and it took me literally 3 days to do 3 coats.
Well, and I'm glad you just said that because, not because it took you so long, but because I've got a raw wood fence right here, a portion of a wood fence. And to what you just said, raw wood sucks up paint or lacquer or stain or anything. So I'm gonna actually stain this right now. It's the same kind of stain you use on a fence or you use on a deck. I can fill this up all the way and use it at full potency, don't have to dilute it at all. Because painting a fence is tough and you're gonna use a lot of product, but with the Wagner Flexio 2100, you use less product, but you get better coverage and it's gonna dry faster. So watch this, how quickly we can do this. I absolutely love doing the fence with this because ordinarily doing a fence is a nightmare. This is the kind of job you just put off. You know, you might wait till the fall when it gets a little bit cooler outside because you just don't want to deal with it. But look at the way, I mean, you know, I'm going at a nice steady pace. I'm holding it about 8 to 12 inches away, just going up and down, up and down. And it's getting into all the voids on this too, you know, all the places where it overlaps. I'm getting all the stain in there. And when we're done with this, you're gonna see that I don't need to do a second coat, you know, and that's great because I really don't want to do a second coat. I want to be able to put my feet up, have a beer, and relax. And look at the way I can do this all the way down to the bottom. And have you ever seen a fence painted that quickly?
Bravo! Because I'm telling you, we have the nastiest fence in the back of my property, and all I do is look at it and go, I hate the fence. But I'm not going to spend all the money to replace it because it would be thousands of dollars. Gang, all you have to do is restain it or paint it, for gosh sakes, and it'll hide a lot of bad stuff. All right, so really, Lou, this is very funny. I did a list of things I hand-painted recently. I did 4 bar chairs. That was a nightmare. I did 2 tabletops. I did end tables. I did stools, and I still have to do a bunch of frames because I don't want to spend money. You know, I went to price new frames for some pictures, and it was going to cost me $600 to frame these important family photos, but I needed them to be a different color. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna hand paint them. Why would I do that if now I have this as the option? So guys, think about how many projects you have. Think about, do your walls look tired? Does the bedroom look a little tired? Are you looking at the outside of your house and saying, oh man, it's, you know, just, I'm telling you, a coat of paint makes a world of difference. And this is the easiest and fastest and simplest way to do it. And what I love is, guys, use our FlexPay. It's $25 today. You pay it off in 4 months. You have 90 days to paint your world. We have a return policy of a huge 90 days right now. Get it at home, try it yourself. If you don't love it, you can still send it back in 3 months for a refund. But the challenge is, do you get it now? And do you get it before it sells out? And I will guarantee you, we are, what, 5:16 here on the East Coast. This will be gone before the day is over. So if you're thinking about it, or you're maybe gonna sell your property, maybe you're selling your house, you really wanna inexpensively give it that big upgrade, all you do is give it a new coat of paint, stain that deck that looks so tired and worn out, that furniture. How many of you have something in the garage, you bought it or you found, for me, it could be in an alley, but it could be at a yard sale or a flea market. You thought, I'm gonna repaint that someday. And again, you've waited, that someday was 10 years ago. You get this, and you get it all done and give everything that fresh, new look. All right, so here's what we're doing. If you apply for HSN card, and this is only through Monday, by the way, I found out the dates on this. Right now, until Monday only, we're gonna give you $40 towards that very first thing you buy from us. So if you apply right now for it and you're approved, go ahead and put the Today Special on the card. Make that your first purchase. And now the Today Special will be what? Under $60, that's huge. Okay, so I've got a couple more things to share with you because we had a few sellouts earlier. We have more of the detailing nozzles available. So how many do I have now? If you wanna get a second set, so you're already getting this, plus the detail nozzle with the cup, that's included. But if you want another one of these, say to do a second paint color, so you're working quicker on your project, we just loaded up another 600. So if you were waiting and it said sold out, we've got this available. We'll pop the item number up for you, okay? Also, we do have, what was the other thing we still have? Oh, okay, good, we got those back. Okay, we have a small shelter and we have a large shelter if you're gonna put a project in there. And again, I'm dressed in dark indigo and there's not a bit of paint on my legs. So you might want the shelter, not sure you need it, but hey, we've got it available. If you want those, we have there's the spray nozzle. Then we have both large and small shelters available too. They're back in stock. Remember, with our configuration, you get the unit itself, it's super powerful. You get the extra detail units, you're getting all of this, 5 of the bags. And Lou, I love these bags, because then you don't even have to trash your cup. And then you're getting a $20 rebate to buy a big old can of paint or stain. That is part of our exclusive bundle. And Lou, I love the bags, because then you don't have to clean the cup out, do you?
No, and it saves you a step with those. The other thing too is if you're working with multiple colors and you just have the one cup, you can actually switch them out, which I think is kind of nice.
Oh,
so yeah,
that's a great idea.
So it's very, very convenient to have those, and it's really nice of Wagner to have thrown these in there. By the way, that coupon for the $20 for the paint, PPG paints are excellent paints. They're excellent paints. So to be able to get that, back on that is just amazing. You're gonna really enjoy doing projects with that. Speaking of which, let's do one right now, Suzanne. I'm actually gonna use the detail nozzle right now, because I'm gonna start off by painting some railing spindles right here on this banister that we've got, and then I'm gonna do the deck floor, and I'm actually gonna switch out my paint cups and my nozzles while we're going, okay? So watch this. Now, I'm gonna start out with the little guy here with the detail, because I wanna have a little more control. So I'm just gonna come right in here, and you can see how that definitely gives you more control. It's a tighter spray pattern, as you see right there. Again, it's great coverage that I'm getting from this. I'm not gonna have to go over this a second time. I'm getting single pass coverage on everything I'm doing today, thanks to the Flexio 2100 and that powerful turbine that's in this. Look at that. I'm just coming up and down, up and down, up and down, and we're gonna call that done. Now look at that, how easy that was to do. Normally, I'd be in here with a roller, then I'd have a brush, then I'd be going around the sides, and it's a lot of work. I didn't have to do that because the Flexio's got me covered. Now, to switch this out, we have a system on this we call the lock and go system, okay? There's just a little tab here. You press it, you twist, you pull. Now I've taken the detail cup off, right? Now, I'll put on what we call the iSpray. This is the big guy. You line it up, you give it a quick twist, it locks into place. You actually hear it lock into place. Look at that.
Oh,
that quickly, I've switched my to the larger sprayer. Could be a different color. In this case, it's the same color, but I wanted that bigger spread. Here we go. Watch this deck now. The deck is awesome because the deck goes very, very quickly, and it's a large area. And I think a lot of people this time of year, they're probably putting off doing a dock or a deck. But there's no reason to, because when you've got your Wagner Flexio 2100, man, you can tackle all the big jobs. I'm even thinking right now about changing the color of my house. My wife Kelly and I have been talking about it. Maybe painting it a shade of blue. And I'm going to be using the Flexio 2100 to do it, because it's going to handle that job. Boom. Suzanne, I just did a deck.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so quick. And I'm telling you, once you throw some paint on anything, it always looks so much better. You know that.
Okay.
You ever had your house painted and all of a sudden go, oh man, it looks like a new house? Well, now you've got the capability. Why rent? And here's the other thing that cracks me up is a lot of us love spray paint. Why do we love cans of spray paint? Because it's spray. It's not doing this or rolling, right? It's spray, right? So it's so much easier and you get that lighter mist. Why spend all that money on spray paint when you buy this once and put any color you want inside here, and then all of a sudden over and over and over again, you're getting unlimited amounts of spray paint cans inside your brand new sprayer. All right, I have to give you a quick update. We started out with, I don't know, maybe 10, 12,000 of these. We have now sold almost 8,000. We will go well over the 8,000 mark in this show, this airing. And here's what I have left. I have 3,500 left for the rest of the entire day. Love you guys out in the West Coast, but right now we're at what, 2:22, right? 3 hours difference? Did I do that right, too? Yeah. Anyway, it's way in the afternoon for those of you out in the West Coast. So if you're thinking about getting this, I would highly recommend do not wait. It will be sold out early. I have another airing coming up next hour, and if it doesn't sell out, it's gonna get one more little hit, and then this deal will be done. And don't miss out, because it's a huge, huge value. All right, I love this so much, Lou. I'm gonna run and do it again, but I'm throwing it back to you for another demo. What are you gonna show us now? Oh, he's frozen. He looks good with that.
Thank you. Well, you asked me earlier if my wife Kelly liked this, and she absolutely loves this. She loves the detail cup that comes with the detail nozzle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upcycle this little pot right here. And this is something that's, you know, it's had seen better days. It's a little bland right now with the white, but watch how quickly I can totally change the color on this. And we're gonna make it look like a brand new pot. And all I'm gonna do, I got a little Lazy Susan right here, and I'm just gonna rotate this around. And if you're a crafter, you know that, you know, sometimes painting can be a really odious task. Well, it's not going to be now when you've got your Wagner Flexio 2100. Now, look at that. I just did that really quickly, and it came out absolutely gorgeous. Really even, really beautiful color all the way around this. And by the way, you can use chalk paint with this, too, if you want to. So awesome. Think about all the jobs, Suzanne, that you can do with that, all the crafts.
Oh, my gosh, like, I'm a DIYer. That's my heart and soul is DIY, crafting. And boy, having this is your arsenal, whether you're an artist, you're a hobbyist, you just want to get stuff done, you're a DIY person like I am. I can't imagine throwing furniture away. I'm thinking if I could just repaint it, that'll match my new place, or that'll match my new room. Even if you want to paint the walls inside your house to freshen them up, there's not a better way to do it than this. Now, I'm going to do it again if you don't mind, Lou, real quick. I'm turning it on. It's really easy. I loved your wicker, so I'm doing wicker as well, because this is a nightmare to paint. You're about to throw it out, or if you're like me, did you find it in the alley in the neighborhood, and you've always said, I'm gonna rescue it, that's worth something, I'm gonna make it over. Here is your DIY makeover. Look, oh my gosh, Lou.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, like, you know, we can see your shop pretty well, but boy, in person, it really does get into all those little nooks and crannies in there.
It does.
Oh, this is brilliant.
And Suzanne, you're painting white over color. Think about that for a second.
Yeah. Oh, this is fabulous. Oh my gosh, Lou.
Yep.
Oh, this is a must-have. Yeah, I don't know how anybody would do a painting project after you try this one time. There's no way.
You know, we were kidding around last night that, you know, the only reason people don't buy this is that they don't know it exists. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, because once you get that, like that project is done, that if I had to hand paint it would probably take me a couple days because I have to wait coat after coat.
Yes, you would.
I literally, if I had a few more minutes, I could have finished the entire project in less than 3 minutes. That's insane.
Right. Well, and you'd be stippling inside of that wicker for hours. I mean, it would just drive you, you'd lose your mind. You would lose your mind doing it. Now, you were just talking about painting indoors with this. You absolutely can do this. I always tell people, listen, just make sure you're in a well-ventilated place, open the windows up, but look at the wall that we've got right here. What you're gonna find when you get your Flexio 2100 home is you'll start on one wall and do the other 3 in the room, and by the time you come back to that first wall, it's already dry. And that's remarkable. So I'm gonna do this one very quickly, and wait till you see how fast I can paint this entire wall. Watch this. Now, to be fair, we've already done half of it halfway down, so I'm just gonna finish it, but you're gonna be really impressed at how quickly I can do just that. Look at this. And it's going to be one pass again. That's what we're all about here. One pass. We're not doing a second coat of paint on here because we don't have to. And because we've injected the air into the paint, we're using less product to get better coverage, and it's going to dry faster. So you're saving yourself time on both ends. In fact, Suzanne, I'm done with this. We could finish an entire painting job 5 times faster than you can with a brush and roller. And that's a lot of savings in time.
And you know, Lou, for me, I'll tell you what I do. I try to cheat when I'm doing regular paintbrush painting, and I go, oh, I want to go faster, so I just blob on more paint. And the problem is it runs. And then I'm always missing the runs, and then I'm trying to go over it yet again to try to clear those out. Guys, when you use this, it's like velvet. It just goes on so smooth, and it's such a light touch, and yet you get this incredible coverage. I know you've got the list. I know you've been sitting in your house going, that needs to be done, and that wall needs to be done, and I hate the color of this bedroom, and my guest room needed to be painted 5 years ago, and oh my gosh, look outside, our deck looks like it's 100 years old, it needs new stain. This is the moment you say, okay, you know what, we're gonna finally just break down and do this. Here's why. It's $25 today. You pay it off in 4 months with our Flex Pay. We don't add any interest to that. And on top of all of that, you are saving $50 off an incredible HSN price to begin with. But on the retail value, look at that. It is almost $200. So basically, you're saving $100 because you're buying our exclusive deal. Thanks, Aaron. We're gonna show you guys the value one more time. Here it is, look at that. Just the spray painter itself is $149. Because you're buying it from us, we give you the extra stuff. That's a $40 extra detail paint spray nozzle, and you get the matching cup to go with it. You get 5 of the liners with that. All of that, one day, one price, and it all ends, and it will be sold out before midnight tonight. I will guarantee that, because we are way limited. How many do we have left now, Miss Erin? Okay, we're almost down to about 3,000 left for the rest of the day, and Lou will rejoin me next hour to take another look at it. So bye, Lou. Thanks for joining me, bud. We'll see you in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks. And again, stay right there if you can. Use automated ordering. That is the quick way to just go online. It's a couple clicks. You got that. If you're calling somebody, if you can use automated ordering, it's easy, easy. But